Welcome back to House of MMA. Today's lineup is stacked. Ilia Topuria shows up with a fresh cut just days before UFC 317, and fans are getting nervous. Michael Chandler's chilling on the sidelines with no return date in sight. Bisping and Felder go head-to-head over Jon Jones's retirement. Alex Pereira responds after Roundtree's thunderous KO win, and a monster middleweight clash is locked in for UFC Paris. Let's dive in. Ilia Topuria might be stepping into the octagon this weekend, but some fans are growing uneasy after a recent interview with Ariel Helwani revealed something unexpected. A fresh cut above his eye, stitched and still healing. Topuria didn't shy away from trash talk, going after Paddy Pimblett and anyone else in his path, but the stitched wound above his eye raised questions. Could it affect his performance against Charles Oliveira at UFC 317? Even lightweight contender Beneil Dariush weighed in. He pointed out that a cut like that likely limited Topuria's ability to spar during the final stretch of his camp, a crucial part of his training. Still, Dariush doesn't think it will hurt Topuria too much on fight night. However, he did warn fans not to count Oliveira out. Dariush said people are underestimating Charles, especially his Muay Thai. Ilia's leg kicks were key in his last two wins, but Charles is known for shutting those down. That could force Topuria to change his approach entirely. During the same interview, Topuria also revealed that he's been in active discussions with the UFC about a move up to welterweight. While he didn't go into detail, saying the UFC doesn't like fighters leaking info, he confirmed that talks are happening. The reason? A potential super fight with Islam Makhachev. It's clear Topuria is eyeing a legacy-defining moment, but most believe it would be a one-time jump in weight. Let's face it, the welterweight roster is stacked with big, powerful fighters, and Topuria would be undersized against guys like Shavkat Rakhmonov. A matchup like that would look like two different weight classes squaring off, but if it happens, it'll be for the headlines, the history books, and the chance to topple Islam Makhachev, assuming Islam gets past the new welterweight champ, Jack Della Maddalena. Michael Chandler may be coming off his third straight loss, this one to Paddy Pimblett in April, but it doesn't seem to be weighing him down. In fact, the former Bellator champ is enjoying life outside the cage and has no plans to rush his return. During an appearance at Fanatics Fest in New York, Chandler spoke with the Schmo and revealed that while he's still in talks with the UFC on some business and promotional projects, he won't be stepping into the octagon anytime soon. I told them, don't even call me until fall. Nothing's set, no names, no dates. Chandler said, I'm enjoying the summer. I'll probably return near the end of the year, or even early next year. And it's not just business keeping him busy. Chandler recently welcomed a new daughter into the family and is soaking up time at home in Tennessee. We've got 5 of us now in the house, he said. It's been nice to unplug, settle into the new routine, and just be present. As of now, Chandler remains ranked number 12 in the UFC lightweight division, and while he's not looking to fight this summer, one name that could be on his radar when he's ready is Benoit Saint-Denis, currently sitting just behind him at number 13. If that matchup happens, fans can definitely expect fireworks. On a recent episode of Michael Bisping's podcast, things got heated as he and Paul Felder debated Jon Jones's decision to step away from the sport. Bisping didn't hold back, once again calling Jones out for avoiding Tom Aspinall and claiming it tarnishes his legacy. According to Bisping, walking away without fighting the interim champ leaves a permanent stain on what could have been an even greater career. But Felder had a different take. He argued that going out as a legend is better than risking a brutal knockout loss in your final appearance. In Felder's view, it's smarter to retire on top, even if fans are left wanting more. Despite their opposing stances, both agreed on one thing: this isn't the right way for a champion to exit. With the belt essentially stuck in limbo, Aspinall left without closure, and fans demanding answers, Jon's departure raises more questions than it answers. Now, attention turns to Aspinall's next challenge. All signs point to a showdown with Cyril Gane for the undisputed title. That potential matchup would be a tactical battle. Aspinall's knockout power and grappling versus Gane's slick footwork and pinpoint striking. Who do you think takes it? Drop your predictions in the comments. As for Jon's legacy, longtime fans will always respect what he accomplished. But for newer fans, walking away without facing Aspinall might leave a permanent what if. Some, like Bisping, believe he could have done even more if not for distractions outside the octagon. Others, like Felder, believe that chaos is part of what made Jones who he is, just like it was for Mike Tyson. Following Khalil Rountree's huge knockout over Jamahal Hill, the MMA world erupted with talk of a potential rematch between him and Alex Pereira. Their first fight was a war, and fans would love to see round 2. But while the buzz is real, many analysts believe Roundtree might need one more big win before earning another title shot. Meanwhile, Pereira is already booked to rematch Magomed Ankalaev this October, a fight he's confident he'll dominate. Pereira even claimed he won their first meeting, though that opinion has definitely sparked debate considering how strong Ankalaev looked. As for Roundtree, his stock is rising fast. Josh Thompson praised his recent performance and said Khalil is now officially a threat in the light heavyweight division. But Thompson also took a shot at the division itself, calling it one of the weakest in the UFC right now. Khalil knows he's probably just one win away. Thompson said on his podcast, "It's not a deep division right now, and coming off a big finish over a former champ like Jamahal Hill proves he's still dangerous." Whether Roundtree gets another crack at Pereira or not, one thing is clear, he's making serious noise at 205. Caio Borralho is finally getting the fight he's been chasing. The rising Brazilian star is officially booked to take on Nassourdine Imavov in a high-stakes middleweight main event as the UFC heads back to Paris on Saturday, September 6th at the Accor Arena. These two have been circling each other for months, but the fight never came together until now. Originally, Imavov had agreed to be the backup for the August title bout between champion Dricus du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev, but rather than stay sidelined, he chose to step back into action and headline in front of his home crowd instead. Imavov is riding serious momentum, coming off a 5-fight unbeaten streak, including a shocking knockout win over former champ Israel Adesanya earlier this year in February. On the other side of the octagon, Borralho remains undefeated in the UFC with a spotless 7-0 record. Representing the Fighting Nerds team, he's stacked wins over top names like Jared Cannonier, Paul Craig, and Abus Magomedov. This middleweight main event is shaping up to be a banger and could have major implications for the title picture.
Charles Oliveira has been dropped by just about everybody that he's fought. What happens when you go up against a dude that's knocking people out, not TKOing people, knocking people out cold like Ilia Topuria? Ilia Topuria goes high-low. He can go to the body. He can go up top. We saw him one time at 155 pounds where he did get hurt, but the matador in him, he came back and he ended up knocking him out. Charles Oliveira is the bigger fighter, taking down Michael Chandler, taking down Justin Gaethje with those beautiful double legs. Charles Oliveira is the guy that has to make those adjustments. If not, it's going to be the double champ. It's going to be Ilia Topuria securing himself as a 2-division world champion.
That's all for today's breakdown. Fight fans, Topuria's eye, Chandler's return delay, Pereira's warning, and the massive Paris showdown. The UFC is cooking up a wild few months. What's your take? Can Ilia still dominate with that cut? Should John Jones have faced Aspinall before walking away? Drop your predictions and hot takes in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to House of MMA, and turn on notifications so you never miss the action. We've got more fire content dropping soon. Stay sharp, stay savage, and we'll see you in the next one.